Hello,
And welcome
to the AniOddCast,
where we talk about the odd
amusing
and spectacular
world of
animation. It's episode number 3 of the AniOddCast.
Wow, we're on
and
number
today
3.
we shall be discussing
Luca.
Oh my God, Luca.
Pixar's Luca. And today's show is hosted by Jashan and a mysterious person who may not be a person.
Yes, I am not. Wait, no.
I know who you are.
Wait, you know who I am? I don't know who I am. Okay,
I wrote
okay,
down.
okay, wait, sorry. Okay, yep. No.
This person is not a person, but a sea monster all the way from Atlantis City.
Oh, wow.
Whoa!
Oh my God, that's incredible.
So I wanted to ask.
Yes.
I really like Atlantis, but I never been there. I always wanted to go to that city. So how's it like?
So if you've seen Yu-Gi-Oh, you know, there was an arc where, you know, Yu-Gi was at Atlantis, and it's absolutely nothing like that. So it turns out we sea creatures don't like the sea very much. So what we did is we built a giant bowl, you could say. It's like a bowl and keeps the water out. So, because, you know, we don't like getting wet all the time.
That reminds me of One Piece.
Yeah, exactly. Fishman Island in One Piece, that's exactly what it's like. Because, believe it or not, sea monsters don't like being in the sea, because who likes being wet all the time? Do you like being wet?
But you're a fish.
So I don't like being wet all the time. Fish don't like being wet. I mean, imagine having a change of clothes and then you go for a swim and it's all just wet. What? You're just going to be wet your entire life?
You wear clothes?
Of course. Do you think we walk around nude, mate? That's not how we do things.
I don't know.
No. You know, you need to, like, work out what you're thinking in your head and how you're thinking about other places. I feel like you have a very closed-minded way of thinking about the world.
It's just that I never gone to Atlantis before.
Yeah, so that's why I'm telling you, imagine a giant's bowl,
Yeah.
a glass bowl that
Yeah.
separates the water from the not water part, and we live in the not water part because we love not being in the ocean.
That's so interesting.
I know.
Wait, what are you doing here? Don't tell me you're here to steal my Vespa scooter, are you?
No. You see, we've got our own Vespas down there. Believe it or not, the best Vespas in the whole world come out of Atlantis City.
Wow.
So I don't need to steal yours.
I definitely need to visit Atlantis. But that reminds me, the Vespa scooter reminds me of Luca.
Luca? Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
That's what we're talking about today, Luca.
Yeah, so Luca released on Disney Plus on the 18th of June, 2021.
Wow, so that was right in the middle of COVID, so no cinema for Luca, unfortunately.
That's why it went to Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did plan to, at this date, release it in cinemas. Mm-hmm. But again, just like last time.
Yeah.
So it's directed by, I'm going to get this pronunciation wrong, Enrico Casarosa. He also directed a short film, La Luna. I have not seen
I think I may have seen that.
Have you?
Do you have a brief synopsis of it?
I've seen like pictures of La Luna, but have not seen the movie yet. It's a short film.
I'm not sure. I may have seen it. I just don't remember.
And he's been the storyboard artist for many Pixar movies.
Like what?
Ratatouille, I think Monster Inc. as well, and Coco.
Oh yes, absolutely. Oh wow, beautiful.
So a lot of Pixar movies, Toy Story 4. Have you seen Toy Story 4?
I have not seen... You know what we need to do on this podcast is we need to go through all the Toy Stories. Because I haven't seen number 4 because my memory of the first 3 was so hazy.
Yeah.
So if I wanted to watch 4, I'd have to go and watch the other ones. So what we could do is we could watch 1 and then watch some other movie and then watch 2 and then watch some other movie and then slowly work our way to 4.
And maybe do a whole series podcast.
Oh, a series of Toy Story.
You know, 3 is trilogy. What's the 4th one? You know? Like
a quadrilogy.
Is it? Is it quadrilogy? No,
you heard it here first, folks. The 4th installment of a film is called a quadrilogy.
No,
wait, what did I say?
There is a
quadrilogy.
There is a word. There is a word because a trilogy. Then there's something else.
Wait, then what's 2? Squadrility?
No, it's just
duo.
2 is just 2. Okay.
No, there has to be a word.
I don't know.
No. Why is 3 so special? So 3 is trilogy.
No, it's like
4 is quadrilogy. 2 is
Just a
Quadrulity.
sequel. A sequel. We
No,
could
that's
put-
because that's just referring to the second film. It's not referring to the
I
program of two films.
We'll just call it a series then. A series of movies.
That's not right. It's quadrulity.
Okay. So let's come back to Luca. So Luca is set in a coastal town. So it's a fictional town. Porto Rosso. So it's
Mamma mia.
it's it's in the Italian Riviera.
Wow.
It's an actual place.
Oh, it's an actual place. So it's set in a place,
so
a
nice.
region of Italy, but the town itself is fictional, but the region itself is real.
Inspired by it.
Yeah, it's inspired by a
because
real
you must
region.
have seen pictures of Italy, the coastal towns. Like,
of course. Yeah,
it's-
the ones they've got the painted ones,
Yes,
right?
yes.
They're like really cool. They're fishing towns, and they've got painted houses, bright painted houses, bright pink and purple and orange and all these interesting colors.
It makes you really want to visit the place.
I'm not gonna lie, one of my dreams is
Yeah.
to go to Italy, go to Venice, ride around on a Vespa in Venice. That is my dream.
But also go to this Italian.
Oh, of course, go
Riviera.
to the Riviera.
There's actually quite a few towns in this coastal
Area,
region. Mm-hmm. So when you find a town that has those brightly colored,
Yeah, the brightly colored houses, of course. No, what we could do is we could rent out a couple Vespas and just travel Italy. And we could just travel between these coastal towns on our little Vespa, and we'll have a little luggage in the back.
The thing is, in the movie, they showed them going up and down so easily, but it would be such a
It would be very
hill.
steep.
How would I would be afraid the Vespa would just fall down.
Oh yeah. No, because that would be an interesting question. How steep can you actually go up, right?
On a
Like,
Vespa.
so when would it be too much? Is it like 45 degrees, 50 degrees, 65 degrees?
No, that's way too...
Right, because
yeah.
most of your mass is probably on... Like, if it's a Vespa, it's probably on the bottom half of it, so you're more likely to tip it over because your weight is on the back, and then if it's really steep, it'll push you... It'll probably
I guess
tumble you over.
when you find a town that has a bit more leveled.
Yeah. Or what we could do is we could put some bricks on the front of the Vespa, and then we could put it really close to the ground, so the center of gravity would
so it
actually
won't
be at the
fall
very
down.
front. And that way, that would solve all our issues. So what we need to do is just get some bricks and just build a little compartment to hold bricks near the very front of the Vespa, and that way the center of gravity is right there.
We're like making our own Vespa, just like
Yeah.
Luca and Albert. What's
So-
his name? Alberto.
Alberto, yeah, of course,
Yeah,
Alberto.
he did. They both made
Yes,
it together.
exactly. So we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So this Vespa, we should probably patent it because we've just made a Vespa that has a very low likelihood of just falling over, right? When the hill is too steep because the center of gravity is so close to the front, the very top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vespa is a scooter.
It's a type of company. It's a particular
is
company
it?
that makes. Wait, actually, I don't know that. Wait. Okay. You talk. I'm gonna Google this.
Okay, so the story is about Luca, Alberto, Julia, and Luca's family. So Luca is like a really curious boy. He enjoys exploring the town with his friend Alberto. What I can't.
Alberto. Whatever you want to say, man.
I didn't think I'd find this hard.
Alberto.
So
With Alberto.
So they.
Albert.
I know.
Gonna carry on.
You're making me lose it. So a part of the movie, they're on a mission to get a Vespa scooter. So that's why we're talking about the Vespa, because that's like a small dream Alberto has, which Luca follows. Like, yeah, I want to do that too.
Freedom.
Oh yeah,
that's their way of freedom, man.
Yeah, the posters in the room, in Alberto's room, said Vespa is freedom.
Of course. Okay, so I have the details. I've just conducted a thorough investigation, and I have concluded that Vespa is an Italian luxury brand of scooter manufactured in Paggio.
Oh, it's a luxury brand.
Oh, and it's named after a wasp.
Wasp?
An Italian wasp. Who knew?
Well, Vespa. Wasp.
Vespa. Vespa, zing.
You actually hit me where I got my injection.
Oh no!
No, it's fine.
So yeah, today we both got our boosters.
I just find it funny where you like sting me, like where I got the injection.
Oh, I did this to my friend the other day. She just got a tattoo, and I hugged her, and I like did it right around where she got the tattoo, and she was like, ah. So
Whoa, I don't know if that would hurt. Getting a tattoo.
it doesn't hurt, man. Like they put some wrapping on it after they do it, because she had to sit there for 4 hours while they were doing this. It was like this little birdie sparrow thing on her arm.
Oh my god!
It was like the size of like a tennis ball, a little bit bigger than a tennis ball, and yet it took like 4 hours. That's a lot of mental willpower to go through that torturous experience.
I hope you like it, whoever did it.
Yes. May, shout out to you.
Oh yeah, shout out. Okay, so Luca, we're in the non-spoiler section still, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so Luca has. Wait, we'll just show how much to show in the trailer. It has 2 settings. One is the sea, so where there's a community of sea monsters, and one is the town where the humans live, in Italy.
So what is Luca's job?
Luca is a farmer.
A farmer.
Oh, the funny thing is, but is it a spoiler? Can I tell him his job?
No, okay, keep on. He's a shepherd, right?
He's not a shepherd.
He's not a shepherd?
He's a fishard. He's a fishard.
Yes, of course, a fishard. You heard it here first.
Because it's so funny, the fish, so he takes care of the fish, he tends to the fish, but it's so funny because the fish make sheep noises. Yeah, and they act like sheep. And it's so funny, he has the cane and he's like a fishard.
Yeah.
And that's his job. And I think all the sea monsters are farmers in the community. They grow food and everything. And I think that's the same thing as his mother does as well. But he gets so interested in what's outside the water.
Of course, as you do.
And then in most of the movie, it's about their friendship, like the children's friendship.
It is.
It's about Luca and Alberto and Giulia's friendship together. And sort of them changing. I guess not changing.
Not necessarily. You don't really see them. Actually, I think you kind of see them find their way a little bit. You know, we won't tell you what, but Luca finds his thing, like Julia introduces him to his little passion that he developed. Because first it was really broad. He just wanted to explore the world. He was just a curious child, as all children are.
Yeah.
But then Julia introduced him to something he became really passionate about. And obviously Julia was also passionate about the same thing. And Alberto found his place as well.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a way. The story is really about friends finding their place, finding their role in the world.
It's a really sweet story, and it sort of makes you really nostalgic. Like, childhood days where everything seemed a lot more fun than it really is. But maybe it really is, and I just changed my view. But it just seemed really fun. Like, childhood fun. But you could still enjoy it. Anyone can still enjoy it. Them having fun and going adventures together in the town. It was nice. It was really sweet. Everybody should watch it.
Yeah, I think it's just a touching story about friends and about curiosity and about finding your way and just about, I don't know, living life. I feel as though the town that it's set in, the Italian town, it just has this really contentful, peaceful quality to it, where there's not this hustle and bustle, there's not this huge ambition. It's just living life, fishing for some fish and having nice meals after dinner and just hanging out with your friends and doing some fun activities.
It's like simple.
Yeah, it's simple living. That town is really about simple living.
And it's so beautiful as well. Because it's based off Italy and it just makes you really want to go there.
It absolutely does. So what we're going to do, actually, I think if you haven't seen the movie yet, please go ahead and watch the movie or skip the movie, whatever you decide to do. And then and if you're here now, only be people who have seen the movie because there might be some spoilers.
Yeah, there might be. Okay, so spoiler section. So I really like Luca's character. Because
Luca is the child that every person wants to have as their son. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were to have a child, you want Luca to be your son. because he's just the epitome of just a sweet kid. He's like, oh, sorry, oh, thank you, have a good day.
He was really cute.
He was, yeah.
One line that really stuck out to me when he first met Alberto, he's like, no, I don't come out of the water. I'm a good kid. And Alberto's like, oh, you never come out, like you don't do this. Like, no, I don't. I'm a good kid.
Yeah, he's a real sweet kid. He's a real sweet kid.
That was so funny and cute. That really stuck out to me. And then the other time that really stuck out was like when he was building the Vespa with Alberto. He's like, I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving. Okay, I made the wheels. Okay, I'm leaving now. Okay.
Yeah, half an hour later, he's still there. I'm gonna leave soon. And 2 hours later, I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
And Alberto's like, yeah, sure. And then 5 hours later,
I'm just gonna close my eyes and just enjoy this fire. And I'm gonna leave soon. Oh, do you leave now?
Yeah. No, it's really actually wonderful. I think Luca represents something that is dormant in all of us, I think. It's just that adventurous spirit to know what's beyond, right? So I think people nowadays, we pretty much know what's happening in other countries or what's happening in another city, right? Just because everywhere is so globalized. It's like you have a pretty good idea. You don't need to adventure into the unknown. But the only real unknown left to adventure in now is space. I think for a lot of people, that's the new adventure.
Wait,
right?
what do you mean? What do you mean space?
Yes, like outer space. Outer space. That's the new adventure for me, at least.
But the thing is, even though we know about it, we actually haven't gone there and experienced it.
Exactly.
Because we're just like understanding the information. But if you go there, you'll smell the air. You'll hear sounds that you can't really read, and you could taste some stuff you can't really read online.
Yeah, you're right. Obviously,
because,
you're right.
Yeah, that's why we want to go to Italy and Europe to actually experience it.
Yeah, I was just talking about how I don't know, the adventurous spirit that's in people. You know, back in the day, people used to voyage out to find new land, right? And they'd have this calling to adventure. They'd have this calling to find a new place. And I feel as though, for me at least, I don't have that about Earth really anymore. Like, there are places I want to go, but it's not like that adventurous energy, this voyage that I'd be doing, right? Like, what it is like the voyage is out there in space, right? I can just imagine myself in a spaceship with a built-in warp drive, and I'm just like traveling to different places, trying to find new planets and trying to find new territories, and I feel like that would be very interesting.
But first, you need to actually explore different countries as well.
Sure, okay, fine. It's not as cool. But we'll do it.
Well, speaking too soon before actually even going.
Hey, I've been to
Brisbane.
I've been to Brisbane, and it was very hot. I've been to India, and that was very hot. Well, I want to go to a cooler country. Let's just say this. I want to go to a country where I don't want to just sit in front of an AC all day. Right? That's my dream, is to go somewhere where I don't have to sit in front of an AC.
Yeah, we have... Yeah. It was quite hot there. And a lot of temples.
A lot of temples.
Well, in our region, at least. Okay. Let's come back. And let's talk about Alberto. Because... His dad actually left him.
He did when he was very small, because you can see there were a lot of marks underneath the Vespa poster. Yeah. So that's very interesting to think about, right? So because I feel as though the Vespa covers up the emptiness he feels, and that's like actually physically, because he actually covers up those marks about how many days it's been. Yeah. So the Vespa kind of fills this hole. That's why he really wants the Vespa, because that's what's taking the place of his father in his heart. And it sort of also became how he really became friends with Luca. Yeah. Because that's what they always like talked about and everything. Yeah. And then once Luca started getting interested in school and like look, astronomy, books, and then like Albert's like, what's happening? Yeah, he felt like he was losing his friend, right? It wasn't just that he was becoming interested. That's why he felt so jealous with Julia and Luca's connection.
Him squinting at Julia. how dare you steal my friend?
It's very true. Actually, when you're a child and you have a best friend, you're very protective of your best friend, right?
I still am.
Yeah, so like when your friend starts hanging out with someone else, you feel really sad and really jealous, and you're like, "Why are you doing this, man?
No,
Come back."
I still squint at them.
Oh, do you?
In my mind.
Okay, good, good.
Shoo away.
Yeah, the inner child is still alive in you. That's good. That's good.
Oh, but also that also affects his personality, because if he says it, because whenever he talks, like, I know, this is what you do. This is how you do it. Like whenever like he's doing anything with Luca, he always like leads. Like he always is a leader. He's like,
because he's had to be the leader for a while.
Yeah,
he had to
yeah.
find his own way, and that kind of involves being self-directed, being able to make decisions, and being able to form his own opinions.
So he has an opinion on like what's right with everything. And then Luca starts like learning more other stuff, and then Lucas like corrects him. No,
Yeah,
Alberto, it's not
those
that.
aren't anchovies in the sky.
Yeah, it's this. They're clouds, and then Alberto's like, oh, what is this? My own friend going is.
I think their friendship was a really sweet development. At the end, when they did get the Vespa, he sells the Vespa to buy him a ticket to go to school.
Oh, that's
right?
so sweet.
It's really sweet, but at the same time, it makes you think about, because we were talking about how the Vespa really represents that emptiness that's in his heart from his father leaving, and then when he fills that emptiness with friendship, he realizes he doesn't need the Vespa to have happiness and to have enjoyment and to have fun and to live his life.
Yeah, when we mentioned the ending, how he sells it, but I felt really bittersweet in those moments, because he didn't go with Luca to school. He stayed in the town, which I'm like,
It makes sense though, right? Because his school isn't his dream.
Yeah,
but his dream is to be like a manly man who builds things. He's a mechanic. He's a fisher. He's like that kind of boy that wants to do that with his life.
But when the ending credits, they show them like one is like Luca and Julia is in school and doing their own thing, and he's doing their own thing. I just felt so sad. It just made, even though they're happy, I felt so sad.
It is bittersweet, but it does represent life a lot, right? Because that's how life is. You know, your friends and the friends that you grow up with won't want to do the same thing when you grow up. Like
they have to.
Some people want to be a doctor. Some people want to just have fun and then have a job that they get some money and then go surf full time. And some people want to be engineers, and some people just want to take care of kids and teach or whatever. And you have to go your own way, but you still don't lose touch with your friends. Your friends aren't just, you don't need to be around your friends to be happy all the time.
Yes, you do need to. Not all the time, but you have to see them.
You have to see them. Yeah. You have to see them a reasonable amount, obviously.
Yeah. Let me tell you fun quotes I really like about this movie. Silencio Bruno. It's so fun when they say that. And when they start saying to all the townspeople, and they're like, those old women's like, what are you saying to me? And then smack them with the bag.
No. And they smash their head in with the ice creams. And they're like, oh my God, this is so good.
They got to enjoy it. Gelato.
Yeah. No, a funny thing about the Silencio Bruno. So everybody has a voice in their head. And one of the things you could do is to give the voice in your head a stupid name to give it less power, right?
Yeah.
Right? So they call their voice Bruno, and I call my voice Squidward.
Oh.
So before watching the movie, what I always used to call the voice in my head Squidward, because obviously everybody knows Squidward is a downer, he's a pessimist, and he's just freaking lame. Yeah. So that voice is called Squidward. What's your voice's name?
I have no name to the voice, but I found it really funny when I said Silencio Bruno, because I was like, we don't talk about Bruno. No. I was like, oh, are they mentioning Bruno from the other movie?
I don't know. Maybe if there's like a little, we need to see what movie came first to really determine this for sure.
I think they came around the same. No. Luca came before.
Did it?
Yeah, they came the same year, I believe.
They did. They probably did.
Okay. Oh, some of my other favorite quotes, like, look me in the eye, you know I love you.
Oh, that's cheesy.
It's because she says it so often, and then like one time, then it changes your reaction changes every time she says it. Like you're like, oh, that's nice, and like, oh, that's annoying. She She's like keeping him in underwater. And at the end when Luca says it, it's like, oh, it's
really
sweet
sweet.
again. Because they sort of like understood each other. And it's so funny. The grandma, I come here in the weekends. I come here on most weekends. No, and then I didn't realize that's why. Because when Luca sneaks off the you see grandma sort of smile. I was like, I think she knows about it and like goes there. And at the end she does say, I go here most weekends. And even Julia's dad recognized her. And speaking of Julia's dad, you really like Julia's dad.
I loved Julia's dad. He's like the epitome of a manly man. A man of few words, but a man of action. Because I think it's really cool to aspire to be someone who's really kind, doesn't need to say a few words, but his actions speak louder than his words. At the end, when everybody finds out that they're like sea monsters, right? It's Luca and Bilto.
Oh, yes.
And they're like, they're still sea monsters, and we're still gonna kill them and stuff. And then the dad is just like, looks at them and like, okay, never mind, we won't do anything.
Yeah, because
so it pays to be powerful and super dope.
But he's so caring, like, because I think Luca and Alberto fought the first time and Alberto didn't come home, and then and then the dad's like, I'm going out to find him.
Yeah, and then Luca's like, oh, but he probably doesn't want to be searched for, and then he was like, just in case.
Yeah.
So it was very sweet.
It's very sweet. And can we talk about the short movie, Ciao Alberto?
Yes,
because even though he's a man of few words, that really does make Alberto misunderstand him.
Yeah.
Because he's like, you don't even talk to me. You don't even like me. I don't want to be your employee anymore. Because after the movie, Alberto works for Julia's dad.
So there's a short film.
Ciao.
I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but is it Ciao Alberto, and it's just a story about what's the dad's name?
I forgot the dad's name.
I can't remember the pronunciation.
I just call him Julia's dad.
All right, let's just call him Julia's dad. And Alberto start living together after Luca
and go to school.
Gloria go to school. Julia goes to school, and it's just about their story and how the dad is very, very quiet,
and Alberto keeps messing up all the work he gives him. Like,
he's a bit of a screw up.
Yeah, throws the barrels of fish accidentally in the water. What else he does? He just wrecks it. He also, at the end, he burns the boat by accident. And then...
Oh, wait, that's a... Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, wait. Oh, spoiler. But we...
It's fine. Go watch the movie and then come back. It's only 10 minutes or something.
Yeah, that's Ciao Alberto. Okay, now I'm going to spoil it, okay? Okay,
yes. Yes, you can spoil it. Yes, the ship gets burnt at the end. I think you've already done that.
Okay. The boat gets... Not the ship. The boat gets burned at the end.
Oh, yes, obviously, yes, the boat.
So then he starts crying, Alberto, and runs away. And then Julia's dad follows him. And he's like... And Alberto says, no, he's not a good employee. You shouldn't work here. And stop following me. You don't even like me. You never talk to me. And then Julia's dad still follows him. And then he's like, stop it, Dad.
Oh, yes. He accidentally slips the D word.
And then because we were all thinking that. Everyone was thinking that they're like father and son. And then he actually says it. And then that sort of really brings them closer. And then you see them talking a lot. Well, yeah, I do see them at the end of the short film. You see them talking and
then they
start
talking a bit more.
See, you can't be a man of few words. You need to talk. You need to talk as well.
Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard to talk often.
Because look, you're making Alberto misunderstand you and everything. You have to talk.
That's true. You can just say a few words to clarify the situation, then get back to your not talking.
No, you have to talk.
Do you remember some of the you know how Bruno and Luca defend each other when they're like someone is criticizing the other? I remember what was that guy, that really annoying guy?
Oh, Luca called him catfish.
A catfish, and then he says, "You smell like a fish," and then Alberto's like, "My friend smells amazing."
Oh yeah, it's so sweet.
It's just very sweet friendship.
Yeah. Also, Julia is so nice as well, because even though she realized she did get scared when she saw Alberto's fish form, And she's like, oh no, it's a sea monster and everything. But then she realized, oh, Luca also must be a sea monster. And then she was scared for a moment. And the next moment, she's like, oh no, you shouldn't be here. I would love for you to hang around here, but no, it's not safe and you shouldn't compete because she straight away understood everything and started going to the next step of just protecting them. Like, go, don't stay here.
That was a very nice friendship.
Yeah, and it was nice them staying over at Julia's house and everything. Nice days.
Yeah, and they had their pasta, and they had their stargazing and book reading.
Oh,
that's one thing I really enjoyed is Luca finding his passion, his calling, is just looking up at the stars and learning about the world, and he got so excited, and that was really cool.
Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, should we talk about why? Oh, we were talking about why they fought Luca and Alberto.
Oh, Alberto. Actually, we didn't really get into the fight.
Yeah, because of course Alberto being jealous, like, oh, he may finally made like a friend, and he's losing that, and because he doesn't want the Vespa anymore, and if he doesn't want the Vespa, he doesn't want the friendship anymore. So he's like, Luca, you have to stop hanging out with Julia. She's ruining your mind.
Yeah, and then Alberto gets a bit crazy and he's like, I'm going to show her that I'm a fish monster, a sea monster. And then he does do it. And then, he probably shouldn't have done that. But then the really heartbreaking thing is like, when Luca's like, sea monster! And it just breaks your heart, right? Because you see that expression on Alberto's face where he just feels so betrayed and brokenhearted.
That was a very sad moment. Like, I was like, Luca, how could you?
Yeah, I know. Wow. But at least it was all made better in the final race when it starts raining.
Yeah.
And then Alberto like throws away and Alberto's fish forms gets found out, his sea monster form.
Yeah.
And then he's like trying to get the attention of everybody so they don't find out about Luca.
Yeah.
And then Luca's like, no. He's my friend. And then he starts racing and turns into a fish with the water raining on him. And then he grabs Alberto and runs up. That was so touching. I cried a little bit. I had a few tears.
Did you?
Yeah, just a few. Just a couple tears.
It was so sweet. They was like, oh no, I need to save my friend. I don't care if I become...
I don't care about the Vespa. I don't care about school. I don't care about anything. I love my friend. I'm going to protect my friend.
Yeah, and then they won the race, and luckily... Their dad, their human dad, really loved them and
Of course, no one was gonna mess with him, man.
Yeah.
No one's gonna mess with that kind of mustache. No one.
Yeah. Speaking of the mustache, I thought the fish had a mustache.
The fish had the mustache.
Julia's cat.
I don't know what you're talking about. I need to find this. So supposedly the Julia's cat
had a mustache.
Wait, so...
Julius.
Yeah, Luca... I'm going to say
whenever I looked at the cat, I was like, oh, that's just like the father's mustache.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
It's just like
you're right.
It's just like the father's mustache.
Okay, so everybody do this. Just type in Luca cat and Luca... Wait, mum...
Luca cat.
No, mum...
Mum?
What was his name?
Who?
Luca's... I'm just going to go...
Julia.
No, Julia's dad. What was his name?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. We'll find it now. Blah, 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 blah.
Just search up Lucia dad. No, Luca. What Lucia?
Oh my god. Okay, you talk about stuff. I'm just going to find this out.
Oh, and then the two old ladies turned out to be sea monsters as well. They showed their faces, which was nice. And we also saw Grandma. Oh yeah, we don't talk about when the parents came to town to find Luca.
Oh yes. Yes.
I need to talk about a very funny thing I found on IMDb.
What did you find?
Because you know how they were going to town looking for... Because they didn't know how Luca looked like.
No.
They didn't know how his human form would look like. So they had to dip every child into water in the middle of the town, dip them in water to check if that's Luca. Because if it was Luca, he would turn into a fish. The funny thing is, if they actually grabbed a child if it was Luca and dipped him in the middle of town, he would turn to a fish, and everybody in town would know that Luca is a sea monster. And what were they trying to do? They were trying to stop Luca from showing his fish.
Obviously, they didn't think very hard about their strategy.
Do you understand me? they were gonna reveal Luca's fish form to everyone, and that's what they were trying not to do.
Well, it's lucky for us that they did not succeed in finding Luca.
Oh my goodness!
But ultimately, it's good. I mean, it worked out for the well. Eventually, everyone in the town was like, yeah, sea monsters are cool now.
Yeah.
We're going to be friends with sea monsters.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some pasta racing competition. Which reminds me, I want to run a triathlon.
Like
not a one.
Like that
not,
one.
not,
Like
not,
Luca
not,
one.
no, not the one with the pasta. So it would be swimming, cycling, and running.
Swimming, cycling. Okay.
So everybody listening, you have to keep me accountable.
In Italy?
In Italy, no. We're not going to make this that effortful. That's going to be putting up a lot more resistance.
Okay. But please update us. Make some progress videos on your vlog on YouTube.
Yes. So everybody, keep me accountable by asking me how my training for the triathlon is coming about. And to give you some background, I cannot run very much. So I can run about 50 meters and then I kind of have to stop. I can't cycle very much, and I don't know how to swim. So this training will be quite interesting, and I think it will be quite fun for you guys to keep track.
Oh, yeah. We definitely need to see if you can progress.
Yeah, I need to learn how to swim.
But actually, even show your failures. That would be funny to see. Wait. You can vlog your swimming classes and everything, whatever you do.
Yes, I should do that.
Oh, so we didn't talk about who made the music. So the music, is by Dan.
Dan, just Dan. That's it.
I'm trying to find the last name, man.
No, there's no last name, guys. It's just Dan. It's an acronym for something.
Romer.
It's like Danielle, Abracadam, Nottingham.
It's Dan Romer. So he made the music for the movie. So I found the music. Oh yeah, the music started playing right when the Disney opening. The Disney opening happens.
Yes, it does.
And then it actually played the Spanish music.
Spanish. Ooh.
And I love it. It was really sweet and peaceful. It made me quite calm, and it really brings you into Italy. And I think especially when they play that accordion instrument.
Yeah, see that's. Wait, do it again. Wait, all right, one more time.
It's hard to do with my mouth.
Wait, one more time. That's exactly what an accordion sounds like, folks.
It always reminds me, the accordion instrument, it always reminds me of some European town. It always does. Doesn't it?
It does. Accordion screams Europe.
Was it made in Europe? Was it?
I don't know where it's made, but it belongs in Europe somewhere.
It always reminds me of, and it always makes me like, oh...
I don't know. An accordion will always make me happy. And there's accordions in lots of movies, in Encanto, in Ratatouille, in this movie, Luca. And it's just an awesome instrument that I'd love to learn how to play. It just has a really romantic and cheerful and just a what's the word? And a casual feeling to it. It's really like just having an evening stroll. It has an evening stroll kind of feeling to it.
Yeah.
I'm just having a beautiful walk.
It's really peaceful. I find peaceful and fun, like sounds, and it's so nice. Accordion. What is it? Is it a wind instrument?
I'm pretty sure. Well, it is. You have to. So people can't see the gesturing I'm doing, but you have to kind of push it in and push it outwards.
Yeah.
And you pump it with air, and then it goes. So it is a wind instrument, I guess, but you play it like a keyboard.
It's so strange because it looks like a keyboard, so you think it's like these strings and a hammer hitting the strings in the background, but it's just wind doing that.
It is indeed.
Yeah,
wind.
it's amazing.
Yes, it's not like the piano.
Yeah, it's quite Spanish.
Spanish. Yes.
Okay, so our fun section.
Oh wait, so just to be clear, everything before this was not fun. If you've been waiting to have fun, it starts now. Okay, so I think he means just fun facts and stuff.
I don't know. I just wrote fun question here, and I just wrote one line. I just read it.
Okay.
Wait, before this, do you have anything else you want to say about the movie?
Well, let me just go through my notes. I haven't talked very much this time, but Do you know what Mamma Mia means?
Mamma mia, like, oh my god.
I think it's kind of like that. It's like, oh mother. So it's like kind of like, oh my god, but it's, oh my mother. Shoot. Bollocks. Kind of thing.
Nice save. Okay. So that's what. Oh. Where'd you find Mamma Mia from? Was it in the movie?
Yeah, Mamma Mia. I don't know. It was somewhere in there. I'm pretty sure it was in there.
They do say a line in Spanish, but I forgot what it was. Okay. Oh yeah, let me know when you have something.
I'm good. You go about it.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Oh, question for me.
You already are a sea monster, I know.
Yes,
But if you were a sea monster in Luca, meaning that you could switch to human form and sea monster form whenever you had water and you didn't have and you were dry.
Yeah.
Would you want to be? If not, if yes, why? Please.
Wait, so are you asking me if I wasn't a sea monster right now?
No, you already are right now a sea monster, but would you want to be a sea monster from the Luca world? Where you could switch to human form.
Okay, so you're saying, would I prefer to always be a sea monster, or would I prefer to be a sea monster that changes to a human when I'm out of the water?
Okay, yes, that.
Well, it is a bit inconvenient. I came to this interview today to have this conversation with you, and it was very troubling. I had to wear one of those one of these spacesuit looking thingies, and I had to paint my helmet black so people couldn't look at me. So honestly speaking, it would be very convenient to not have to walk around this world looking like a sea monster.
Wait, wouldn't you stand out even more if you were like a spacesuit sort of underwater?
No. Look. If I'm wearing a spacesuit, I look like a weirdo. If I don't have the spacesuit, I look like a sea monster that's infinitely worse than a weirdo.
But wait, you just said you had like a spacesuit design.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, if I walk around the human world looking like a sea monster, I'm gonna get a lot of attention, man.
Yeah.
And I'll get lots of attention with a full body costume, but just somewhat less than a sea monster.
Oh, I see.
Right? So I'd look like I'm a human disguised, a human in a costume, right? So I think I would ultimately prefer to be able to transform into a human.
I see. That's understandable. Would I want to?
Okay, here's a question. You're a human.
Yeah.
Right? Would you like it if you just turned into a sea monster whenever you went into a pool of water, a body of water?
I wonder, well, if there was zero chance of anybody would find out that I'm a sea monster. But I'm actually scared of the water. Like, I feel like when I go to water, a shark would pop out and eat me.
Well, the probability of that is very low, and you'd probably get into a car accident sooner.
Okay, that's reassuring. So if there wasn't any predators after me in the water, I'd love that. That'd be nice.
Okay. So that's it.
I could enjoy the coral reefs and nice looking.
I'd love to go diving.
Yeah.
Well, I go diving all the time.
Of course you do.
I live in the water. But
that's not diving.
If I was a human and not a sea monster, I would love to be able to go diving because I wouldn't know what that's like. I'd love to dive when I don't know what diving is like as a sea monster.
I guess if he was in his human form, he'd want to dive.
Yeah, and if I'm a human, I'd love to learn how to swim. I'd love to learn how to surf, and I'd love to learn how to dive.
It's amazing how much understanding you have of the human people.
That's right. I almost feel like I am a human sometimes. I think I practice empathy, which is what humans are very famous for, being able to put yourself in other people's shoes. And I practice that. I'm trying to do that, and that's because, I think it will be helpful in the future to make friends and stuff and not be lonely all the time because I don't want to be sad.
You're like the uncle in the Luca. He lives in the deep, deep sea.
The deep sea.
Yeah.
Oh man, the mother was so freaking harsh. She's like, I'd rather sooner send you to the bottom of the ocean than let you go out there.
Actually, the bottom of the ocean is like
much worse.
Because
that's depressing.
Because did you see the ending credit scene where it actually shows the uncle's life? It's so dark.
That legitimately looks like everybody's worst nightmare. If I died one day and became a sea monster in the deep, deep sea, I'd be very, very sad.
Because he was talking to a fish, and the fish had no interest in him. Like the fish was scared of him, and he just wanted to talk to the fish. Like, oh, this is what I eat this carcass and I do this and stuff. And the fish is like, I don't want to.
So that was the unlucky. I wonder if the fish sheep chose to go with him willingly, or if he was like, I'm not getting Luca, and I really want a friend, so I'm going to steal one of these fish sheep.
I hope that he can adjust to more brighter, more light, so he can go up the surface a bit more where the other community of sea monsters live.
Well, that begs the question: Can deep sea fish go higher?
Well, he did go to like the brightest. He did go to.
So it is possible
because his brother lives in the brightest waters. So he must have in his.
So we gotta get into this family tree right here. So someone is adopted.
No.
Those aren't blood-related brothers.
He might have just adjusted so much to the dark waters.
Yes, he became see-through and had a light on his head.
But I guess what he could do is every few months go higher and higher and higher the water, so he can readjust his body to more light.
What if he likes the dark? He says he likes the dark.
Nah, he's just deluded, man.
He's deluded.
Yeah.
So, I suppose if people don't like the same things as you, it's delusion.
Well, I think...
My God, that's so insensitive of you.
Vishal,
my God.
Sorry. I mean, he has to like it, otherwise he'll go crazy. He'd actually pretend he likes it, That's what's happening.
He has to pretend.
It's deep psychology.
So did he pretend so much that he became to believe it?
Yes, that's what I believe.
He came to believe his own...
I've psychoanalyzed his situation.
Okay. How do you psychoanalyze someone's situation? By psyching yourself into the psych shoes.
Yes.
You psych the psychness.
It's amazing how much a fish person understands me. It's so impressive.
I like to say that the family tree of us humans and fish folk go back not too long ago. I mean, a few million years ago, and we were still in the ocean together. And I feel that's brilliant. Was it a million or a billion?
Wow.
A few billion years ago.
Even though it's that much before, you still have this much knowledge passed down to you.
Yeah, so my ancestors, my great times 10 to the 14th grandfather.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he passed on this story, and it's been passed down ever since, because we sea folk believe in preserving our culture and our memories and the memories of the people alive. That's just us fish people.
I wish we were that consistent with our stories. We actually change our stories every generation.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you guys just have terrible memories or something.
Yeah, maybe. But thank you so much for joining me today and talking about
very welcome.
Luca. It was very nice, and the story is very sweet. And I hope everybody enjoyed it. The story of Luca.
Yes, people. So thank you very much for tuning in. This has been episode number... Uno, dos, tres of Luca, of the AniOddCast. We have discussed Luca.
Yes.
And we shall be coming back to you very shortly. If you enjoyed this episode, listen to our other episodes, and also go to our Patreon and give us your money, because we want it, and we have a gun and we're holding it to your head.
Oh my God, this got so serious.
So that's right. Give us your money.
But thank you for our Patreon. And their name is...
Kushil. Okay, so 2 shout-outs in a row.
My mind went blank for a moment.
Okay. So anyway, see you guys later.
Oh, wait. Review us as well.
Review us.
Only 5-star ratings are allowed, sorry. 5-star, please.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.